Alright, welcome to KaidenGaming. If you checked out our last episode, what was the hack that we did, Kaiden?
We did moon jumping.
We did moon jumping, so we showed you all how to moon jump. Now, what are we showing everyone today?
Today we're going to be showing you how to beat a Lynel. We're going to be beating the Zora's Domain Lynel because that one is the one you need to beat the game.
Yeah, so depending on your progress in the game, eventually you will have to go into Zora's Domain. This is going to be a pretty important part of the overall game, as this does entail ultimately facing one of the Divine Beasts. What's the Divine Beast, Kaiden?
It's Divine Beast Varuta.
Yeah, Divine Beast Varuta. That is the elephant Divine Beast. Mm-hmm. So if you are at this point in the game, if not, spoiler warning, you will be told that you need to go on a small mission.
Yeah.
What's that mission?
So the mission is to grab a bunch of shock arrows and a Lynel. It will appear you do not have to, but this will make it a lot easier.
Yeah, so if you aren't familiar with Lynels yet, there's a going joke that it's the most difficult character to beat in the entire game, even more difficult than Ganon, and I can definitely agree with that myself, as I usually have trouble defeating Lynels, but today Kaiden is going to show us how to how to defeat a Lynel in hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, and to me, Ganon is a little easier. So let's get right into it. So, yeah.
So where are we going to right now?
Right now we are going to the hill that is by Zora's Domain. Now I've already beat the game, so the shot arrows might not be there, but they should be, I think.
So our version of this is really more to focus on how to defeat a Lynel in hand-to-hand combat. So we won't come across the shock arrows that are scattered throughout the map in this section or on the trees, wherever they were, but we will show you how to defeat this Lynel. Now, when you do approach this mission, you could go the route of creeping around and snatching the shock arrows from behind the Lynel's back, or you can just make it easier for yourself, engage it in combat, defeat it, collect its weapons, and then proceed to just collect the shock arrows.
Yeah. So let's get right into it. So the Lynel should be on this hill. Now, you will unlock this shrine if you have the DLC. So, right now we have to find the Lynel. He's not going to be down there. He should be, like, on top of this hill. You know, I'm too lazy. So the Lynel is somewhere over here. Where's the Lynel? Oh, you see that question mark? That's the Lynel. Hi, buddy. Time to die. So too bad. You're not even my buddy. Oh, hope I messed that up. Now this is probably the best way to defeat him, by getting your flurry rushes. Well, I'm already like halfway through him because I have so OP weapons. Oh, so yeah. I have beat him without losing a heart, but right now I cannot, probably, because I haven't played this game in a while.
So I think the key here is going to be really to capitalize on these flurry rushes. Good opportunity to do a lot of damage to these Lynels. I know not everyone is going to have maxed out hearts,
yep,
or
because I just destroyed him.
All of the little Divine Beast perks that we have over here to the left, but you do get an idea of what the combat should look like when you do approach this Lynel. Again, it's important that you probably save the game before you start the battle and ensure that you have lots of meals prepared in case you do take on a lot of damage.
Yeah, like me.
Do you have a preference on the types of weapons that you should use?
So you should normally have I recommend normally just having one-handed weapons, because one-handed weapons you can hold your sword and shield, so you can get flurry rushes easier.
Now, show everyone the map really quickly. Like we mentioned, if you haven't already collected
Like,
the shock arrows, we're going to just kind of show you where some of those shock arrows usually are when you do start the game.
so yeah.
So they're kind of just scattered around the map. This is the overall view. You'll see some shock arrows that will be stuck on the trees.
I will grab them.
Some of them will be further up on the hill, straight ahead, but ultimately the goal here is going to be to collect those shock arrows, at least 20 of them, because you do need them in order to defeat the divine beast. So if you look here, this is actually one of the arrows that we forgot to pick up. I'm sure at that point we probably had already collected 20, but here are just some stragglers.
I didn't even go to this area. I went to the Gerudo to get my shock arrows.